Good morning, everybody. It's 8:30. Welcome to our Child Nutrition Program monthly webinar. We're just letting everyone else in and then we'll proceed. How's everyone doing? Oh, we like flowers. Excited to get gardens going, farming, digging in the dirt. Yeah, go ahead and put in the chat what you're looking forward to for spring. I started my peas a few weeks ago and just have they're up through their outgrowing their pots already. I got to get them outside. Okie doke. Kat, do you want to admit some other people and I'll go ahead and get the slides rolling?
Okay, I'll be sure to watch.
Thank you. Okie doke. So first of all, let's see what we got. This is our agenda. We have the NSLP Renewal, PLE tool, after school snack program review. We'll talk about CEP and FFVP, the SFSP and SSO. We have summer meals and in the rural non-congregate meal service, direct cert with Medicaid, non-program food revenue tool, dates for in-person training, civil rights training, USDA Foods updates, literacy from the lunchroom, spotlight on local farm to school, and our next webinar will be the last one for the year. It'll be on May 15th. Proceed. So first of all, happy School Lunch Hero Day, May 3rd, 2024. And when we say school nutrition professionals are heroes, we mean it. We appreciate all you do for the kids and to everybody because kiddos need you. So thank you very much for all you do. And we just want to recognize the difference that you make. Next, we'll talk about NSLP renewal, and this begins Jack's portion of our show. Take it away.
Yes. Okay, good morning, everyone. So we're going to start talking about renewal. So NSLP annual renewal is set to open on April 29th of 2024. The instructions are available in section 4 of download forms of MyIdaho CNP. We might make a couple little alterations to those again before renewal opens, but make sure that you're paying close attention to the instructions that we've laid out there for you. They are pretty comprehensive and they should be able to lead you through any questions that you have. But if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the coordinator that is working on your packet or the NSLP team. Keep in mind that the state agency representative assigned to your renewal packet may have changed again since last year. We will be sending out these same instructions in just an email from whoever the coordinator is assigned to your packet. So just introducing ourselves and letting you know that that will be the person to contact. So just a heads up there. Okay, so the PLE tool has been released by USDA for school year 24-25, so for the next school year. So you need to plan for at least a 10-cent increase to help support your requirement. Remember that last year the target was $3.56. The new target weighted average price is $3.85 for your paid lunches. So make sure that you're taking this into consideration, talking with your business managers, your superintendents, whoever it is that you might need to discuss this with, to make sure that they're aware of the price increase that's required. Also, if there's anything that's raised above 5%, you need to be in compliance with Idaho Code 631311A. If you have any questions about that specific Idaho code, please reach out to your coordinator and we can help you out with that. Similar to last year, the PLE tool is having a little bit of an error that's coming up for, I'd say honestly, half the people. So if you're having this, if you see over here on the bottom right, it has that pound sign name question mark that comes up. It's really in the first step of the PLE tool. If you're having an issue with that, reach out to the NSLP team or the coordinator that's assigned to your packet and we can help you work through that. We are trying to troubleshoot some ways to see if there's any way that we can get that updated. So keep an eye out for a broadcast email if we do figure out a way to help you guys out with that. But in the meantime, please feel free to reach out and ask. And similar to the last few years, we also have the attestation of compliance, so the PLE exemption. So during the renewal process for school year 24 to 25, so the next school year, school food authorities with a positive or zero fund balance as of June 30th, 2023, so June 30th of last year, may choose to be exempted from complying with paid lunch equity provision per the memo addressed here. School food authorities choosing this option must upload a copy of the completed attestation along with the school food authorities Fund 290 showing a positive fund balance as of June 30th, 2023. So this can be also found in section 4 of download forms under the renewal forms section. There are details in those renewal instructions reminding you of this whole process and what to do. So if you have a positive fund balance as of June 30th, 2023, you are able to forego using the PLE tool and raising your prices, but the state agency is going to recommend really assessing raising your prices with the increased prices of food and whatnot. Next slide. Oh, thanks. So just really quickly with the after school snack program, we just want to remind you to complete your second review for the after school snack program before the end of its operation this year. So if you haven't done so already, make sure that you're doing that at your sites. And CEP, just a quick general update is to upload all supporting documentation for CEP as soon as possible. There was an email sent out with regards to CEP earlier this month, so follow all instructions in that email and make sure that you're doing that as soon as possible.
Thank you, Jax. I'm going to take over for a minute and talk about the fresh fruit and vegetable program. So we're going to send out an update, and so you all know, we're reducing the percentage to 40% free and reduced. So those who are in the 40s or so, and maybe even, the upper 30s, go ahead and submit an application. It's super easy. It's all online, both parts 1 and part 2. Part 2 now you can email it to whoever you need to have it signed. I would recommend that you save your signature to be the last one, so then you can submit it and know that that's done. The lunch eligibility report is where you find your numbers. And if you do want to print out your part 2 and get signatures and do a hard copy, you can go ahead and email it to us. We just tried to make everything online and available. To be eligible, so the FFEP schools must be an elementary school with enrolled students 1st through 6th grade, operate the National School Lunch Program, have more than 40% enrolled students eligible for free and reduced price meals, and submit a complete application, including the signed certificates of support. A lot of you know that we've actually been able to bring kindergartners into to fund the kindergarten programs, and that's because when we find out how much money we get from the USDA, we will be able to better allocate all the money out, and we're trying to get as many folks as possible, as many kids as possible onto the program. We've heard lots of comments about how a kiddo tries a new fruit or vegetable because of this program and then goes home and talks to their parents. They try to find it in the grocery store, and the grocery stores end up stocking it. So that's just working as designed. So thank you for all you do for that. If you have any questions, please reach out. Now we'll move to SFSP and SSR reminders. Marianne, this is all you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Pamela. Good morning, everyone. I love reading all the comments on the chat box of what you're looking forward to for spring. And so I love to do my segment for my SFSP and SSO reminders, because who doesn't love feeding kids during the summer months when you get to be outside enjoying the warm weather. So for the next few slides, just wanted to do some reminders for our current SFSP and SSO sponsors. So for those of you, those are our summer nutrition programs that we operate here in Idaho to replace the school meals program when school is out, to ensure that children have continued access to nutritious meals so that they can return this fall ready to learn. For our current SFSP sponsors, as a reminder, your renewal packet is due Friday by close of business day, April 26th. Please be sure to check your renewal packet if it's been returned to you. And under the section application packet notes for sponsor are the notes that I indicate in there on why it was returned and what must be updated. So I do that note section, and then I also send out an email directly to you as the program contact. So you get those two areas on why your packet was returned and what must be updated. So please keep an eye out for those. As a reminder regarding your checklist summary documents, please be sure to have all of your information all aligned together between your site application, your health department notification, and notification to the community forms. That is how we validate your meal service dates, times, and days of operation. And if informations are not matching, we have to validate which one is the correct information. So oftentimes that's why we return your packets to you. And then also as a reminder for health inspection reimbursement requests, this request or this reimbursement is allowable if sponsors receive an inspection during their SFSP operation. So the inspection must occur while you're operating the summer food program. So it's not allowable for your inspection that happens during the school year, because you were operating the school meals program. But if you did receive one during the summer months, during your SFSP operation, you can submit a reimbursement request for that cost and receive funding back for it. So just as a reminder for that, next slide. For our SSO sponsors, please be sure to complete your site application under your NSLP 23-24 packet, and please be sure to complete the 2024 SSO sponsor training available under the CNP training portal prior to submitting your SSO application so that we can validate you completed the training before approving your site application. Next slide. And as you all have heard me talk about the rural non-congregate meal service, it is a new meal service program operation permanently beginning summer 2024 in Idaho. This meal service operation is available for eligible sites under SFSP and SSO operation. So your sites must be in a rural area to operate the non-congregate meal service. Sponsors must contact the state agency and complete all the required trainings and the program integrity plan to be approved to operate this meal service program. And some of the flexibilities that are included in this new meal service operation are your daily non-congregate meal service, multi-day meal service, bulk distribution, home deliveries, conditional non-congregate, and parent-guardian meal pickup. So you guys are probably all very familiar with this during the COVID operation, and there are definitely similarities during the COVID operation, but there are definitely some differences. So it is very imperative that you contact the state agency if you are interested in operating this program, because there are some changes to how the flexibilities are carried out during the operation. So as always, for any questions or concerns, contact the state agency. Thanks, Pamela.
Marianne, did you already get the SFSP renewal packets?
I think that might have been a repeated slide because we had done that
Yeah,
as
okay.
my first slide already. So go ahead and skip that over. Thank you so much, Pamela.
Perfect. All right, next, direct cert with Medicaid. Linda's going to talk about this one, please.
Good morning, everybody. We've been given permission by the USDA to move forward with direct cert with Medicaid. Right at the moment, we're getting the agreements between all of the agencies together, but then we will work with health and welfare to get data sent to us, and that will get all of the children that are not on SNAP TAFI migrant. You will have free and reduced direct cert from Medicaid. This does require changes to the report, so hopefully mid-July or August we'll have something to report on the new categories in the report. We are working with the major software vendors in the state of Idaho, and I can name them quickly. It would be Titan, PowerSchool, eTrition, Fax Management, Infinite Campus, Mealtime, NutriKids, which is Meal Tracker, Mosaic, Primero Edge, and NutriCloud for helping you import the report. But as soon as everything is available, we will be sending you an email. Unfortunately, it might be during the summertime. So we might be sending multiple emails, but just look for those, and training that will probably be online for you. It may be encompassed in the annual training for NSLP. I just wanted to give everybody a heads up that these changes are coming. Stay tuned for more information. Thank you, Pamela.
Thanks, Linda. Next up, we have NSLP in-person training dates. Just a reminder that these are when registration opens, just remember that these are the dates to put on your calendar, and we'll let you know when registration opens. There is a separate NSLP training for RCCIs, and that will be held in person in Boise in July. Talking about trainings, move on to the civil rights training. Jax, you want to talk about this one?
Sure. So we just want to give you a reminder that civil rights training is released in January each year, but civil rights training must be completed at the beginning of the school year after July for anyone that's operating the school meals programs. So for those that operate NSLP, SBP, things like that. However, directors that operate CACFP have already taken the 2024 training, and those who are operating SFSP are currently doing so, and they will still get credit for school year 24-25 because it was the 24 training that was completed. We just wanted to clarify that because a broadcast email went out earlier this week and we had a couple questions about it. So we just wanted to clarify that for y'all.
Thanks, Jax. Up next, we have some USDA Foods updates. TJ.
Pamela, I'm not sure TJ is here.
All right, okay. I'll go ahead and share that. She wanted to share that you need to close out school year 23-24 books to make sure you use your entire DoD NSLP budget by the end of June. Please remove all direct delivered USDA foods from the state contracted warehouse. It's time to run your entitlement bonus summary report for the program year 24-25 and the bonus summary report for program year 25. If you have questions, please reach out to the USDA Foods team, and that way you know, somebody's out of the office, we can still get back to you. Now, with literacy from the lunchroom, I wanted to tell you guys about raw radishes. This is a uh, read aloud book that you can listen to. Let me put this link in the chat. It's a cute rhyming book, and it talks all about all different vegetables. So it's fun for younger grades, and you can even just share. There, took a minute to put the link in the chat, but this is radishes are one of the first things to come up in my garden, and that is very satisfying. So I just wanted to share this with you. And it's a way to, it says, celebrate celery, fall for fennel. With mouthwatering color photographs, this vegetable chant is a rollicking, rhyming trip past piles of peppers, potatoes, pumpkins, and more. Delicious and nutritious. And I'll keep going. We have a spotlight on local. So a call for crops. If you guys have any experience working with farmers in your area about planting, you know, a corner of their field for watermelons for you guys, please let me know. I'll have time at the ISNA conference to share stories and everything with you. So I'm happy to share. And then the find local feature from Idaho Preferred, I'll put that in the link as well. You can type this in and see what's growing in your area. Post, go. Okay. And then a reminder from last month's literacy in the lunchroom, it's getting to be monarch butterfly time. So here is a website that you can check out about the progress of the monarch butterflies. Okay. And then our farm to school program. What's in season? Yay, we have a few things now. Apples, asparagus, flowers and plants, fresh herbs and greens, onions and potatoes. Lots of things coming up, and yep, winter's over. So thanks much. I noticed that we're at the end of our slides, but we did want to talk about the NPFRIT. Sorry, Kat, I did not get I don't know what happened to the slide in here. Do you want to tell folks?
Yeah, I'll talk about it.
Okay, great. Thanks.
So a webinar went out this week or last week. I'm a little behind on my weeks for the NPFRIT, which is the non-program food revenue tool. So a lot of people are concerned that they don't know about the tool. This is a tool that if you serve a la carte meals or a la carte side items with your lunch and breakfast, you have vending machines. If the vending machine is maintained by food service, if you fill the machine and you take care of it, then you need to complete the NPFRIT. So only if you're doing a la carte, second meals, adult meals, you would fill that out. If you're only doing adult meals and milk, then you would have to do the alternate assessment. So these tools are available in download forms in Section 9, the NSLP financial information. And we suggest if you're going to do the NPFRIT, or if you have to do the NPFRIT, that you use the 1 week NPFRIT. This is a tool that we kind of enhanced, and it's easy to use, and we think that it's a better way for you without getting frustrated of having to do your complete year all at once. You just only have to do 1 week of menus. So that again is only 1 week of menus. There's also a worksheet in there on setting a la carte prices, so you might want to look at that. There's also a video on our YouTube channel. If you look under the NSLP Meals Service category, it's how to complete the NPFRIT, and it's a helpful tool that Jen created. So if you have any questions on that, you can go ahead and email me. I kind of am the one looking at the NPFRIT when I do the resource management part of an administrative review. But this tool must be done each year. It should be done annually, and you should already have a tool. So if you're getting an AR upcoming this year, you should have a NPFRIT from this year that you could use. If you don't, you're going to have to create one. But this regulation, it's been a requirement since 2011. And there's a very good memo out there. It's memo SP20-2016. Has a lot of information in there and it explains the tool. So again, if you have any questions about that, go ahead and reach out to me. And what I really like about the spring this year is I have a granddaughter graduating from high school and she's been accepted to Weber State. So it's happy and sad because I'm gonna miss the heck out of her.
Well, thanks, Kat. Yep. So next month, May, will be our final webinar. That'll be on the 15th. And here's some National School Lunch Hero Day. Woohoo! Submit your claim, update employee professional standards logs. Does anybody else have any questions?
Pamela, did you want to go over some of the questions on the chat box just in case
Yes,
others didn't see
please.
it?
Do you see some?
Well, for the ones that have already been answered, just in case others didn't see the chat box for those questions.
I've been driving. I haven't been watching the chat so much. Let's see what we have.
We can jump in for the most recent one. So we had a question, doesn't matter what week we do for the NPFRIT, which is a non-program food revenue tool. Just select the week that most reflects an average week of operations, I guess, for you guys.
Thanks, Jax.
Right. And don't we suggest if they have an AR with CN resources to use that week of menu review?
Yes, usually. We also have another question that says, how does the RCCI training differ from the other classes? What the question about the acronym? So RCCI stands for Residential Child Care Institution. So if you're a traditional school, this will apply to you. So RCCIs and JDCs, juvenile detention centers, that's who will be showing up to those. So there's only a few of those that we have in the state. We had a question about where the lunch eligibility reports were, and we put a link for that in the chat as well.
Oh, and then I saw the FFEP question, the lunch eligibility report for 2024.
And Pamela, there was a message saying that the link didn't work. I think the one you may have put in for the book.
Oh, okay. You can find the story about rah radishes on YouTube from the what's it called? The book
And
Find for Children. The
yeah,
book Find
some
for
of
Children.
the, sorry, Pamela, some of the districts have YouTube blocked.
Oh,
And so
okay.
that may be the issue because I did check the link and it is working, at least for me, inside the state.
Okay. And it's probably a book that, you know, your local library might have. It's been out for a while, and it is or you can always, you know, find some other appropriate. I wanted to focus on radishes because I'm watching my dirt to see where they are. Are you there yet? Are you there yet? uh, thanks, you guys.
Yeah. And there is one more question about, will the USDA Foods Advisory Council meeting be held today? I'm assuming as much. I think TJ's getting in around 9:30. which I think is when your guys' meeting is slated to begin, but I'm not fully certain on that.
And the Jack's well, I talked to TJ yesterday, and because there are a lot of folks going to ACTA, I think she may just forego it for this week.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, but I mean, you can always log on, and if she doesn't start the meeting, then for sure we know. Um, I'm out of slides, folks. That's all I have for y'all. Thanks for
Pamela, there's
joining.
another question on the chat box.
Oh, sure. What do we have?
One more FFVP question. Free and reduced percentage to use for CEP schools not listed on lunch eligibility report.
Good question. Is Melissa still on?
Yeah, I'm here. No, you can still apply. We'll find your numbers a different way.
Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Thanks, Melissa. All right. Well, with
And
that,
then
yeah,
there
sorry,
was
go ahead.
I saw another one question. Elementary schools with grades 1 through 5 don't qualify. Yeah, any grades between 1 through 6. So some school makeups are way different. Some have K through 3 or just 5 and 6. You can apply for those even if it's a 5 through 8. We'll just look at the 5th and 6th grade or fund those. So the 7th and 8th can't have. They can't participate in the fruit and vegetable program, but yeah, any grades between 1st through 6th you can apply for.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. All right. I think that's it for this month. Thank you, guys. Happy school lunch hero day and spring, and we'll see you in May. Take care.
Thanks, Pamela.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.